Hello everyone, we are back with Glenn Velvet Reviews today, and we got another installation review going on. Okay, we're going to install another TV in-wall, connection kit is what they call it. This is just like a media center. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. A media center really has other stuff, but you know what I mean. This is just to make everything compact and to make it look nice behind the TV, for whoever you're doing it for. Okay, so this is the one that I got. I did the unboxing. I showed you all the instructions. Now we're going to do the installation together and see how simple this is compared to the other one. It looks like the same exact straightforward thing. Okay, now first, you cut this out the back as I showed you. All you do is cut this out of the back of this, and that is your diagram, and that's supposed to match exactly of the size of the cut that you're going to need. Okay, so we're going to do this behind the TV, and I'm going to have to position that a little bit better so you can see me. But this, I'm going to give you my reasoning of why we're going to do stuff just to make it easier for you guys, and that's the whole point of the channel, right? To show that we're getting value and stuff, and also, getting stuff done and making it a little bit easier, and, helping each other out in the community, right? This side, if you notice, there's a window. That's the outside wall, okay? Unless you absolutely have to, I would not really want to put this on the outside wall. A couple of reasons. You have your installation there, you're just going to open up more, you're going to just open up more area for cold air and stuff like that, or hot air or whatever to come in, and then you're just going to make it not as efficient that way. Then also, you're going to have to run wires in the wall on the edge of the house, which I find is usually a pain in the butt, guys, because usually on the outside walls, guys, they'll do a little bit more like wood and stuff like that. So it's just more to penetrate and stuff like that, okay? It's a little bit different when they do it. There's an outlet already over here when they do it when they're building the house. When the house is open, that's a little bit easier. But since this is not an open project matter going on, or open wall project going on, the best bet is I'm going to do it on the inside wall. So we're going to do it on the wall that's over there. This way now, we can go downstairs. It's going to be a lot easier to access this and run everything down. Just make it a lot easier, a lot less messy, and a lot less of a headache, because then if it's less of a headache, we're going to be inclined to do it, right? If we make it like more of an obstacle, no one's going to want to do any of the work. That's kind of what's up, but as you can see, we got wires all hung up here. I did a review already on hanging this up and using this type of bracket, because this is a special corner bracket that I got just to show you. But here's all the wires that are coming out. We're going to hide these and not make them look so poopy looking, okay? Now, so this is the one that we did get. We're going to install this. I'm going to pop the camera right here. We're going to see where we're going to think about, installing this. So we're going to want to figure out, like I said, where we're going to want to put this. Now, I have my stud right here because I was supposed to you got to hit that with this type of bracket. Okay, now I'm thinking I'm going to just tuck it in the wall nice and tight over here. And the reason why is now when I put everything on, we can zip tie everything to this and really make it look nice and tight and clean on the TV and run everything right to the TV, okay? So that's why I want to try to keep it close to here and not like move it out and then make it look seen if you move. If you sway the TV, you really don't want this to be seen, you know what I mean? So my stud is right there. I got no studs over here. So I'm thinking I'm going to go like this, okay? Now, before you're just going to go willy-nilly drilling in the holes, this is the way mine is going to go. So it's going to go in like this, plug in. Yep, that should be fine. So that's perfect. I think I'm going to put mine right here. It looks like it's going to be about, 6 inches away from this bracket right here. And that's kind of what I'm going to do. Oh, that's going to be nice. That's going to be perfect. All right, there we go. Going to draw the line. Now we're going to cut this. Now, this is going to be a lot of dust, okay? Now, the best bet is get the vacuum. Going to hook that up and then, suck it right out and be done with it. Because doing it any other way, guys, is going to be a mess, okay? So the best bet is cut this out, get your vacuum, put it close to the cutter while you're doing it so that dust does not go over everyone's product, all your customers' stuff, or whoever you're doing the work for won't go all over their stuff, because then no one's going to be happy about that. All right, everyone, so I vacuumed out that hole really easily. That was pretty simple. I made the lines, I used a level, and then I made the lines, and then I used the level to square it out, just to make sure, it was square and all the rest of it. I just used my reciprocating saw. If you're going to be using this, the reciprocating tool, just make sure you're going to be, using a mask and goggles and stuff like that. So we got this open. I vacuumed everything out. This thing is awesome. I use this all the time when I'm doing sheetrock, just to let you guys know. This goes like this. All the vacuum sucks right in, and the vacuum goes right up here, and everything falls in here and doesn't go all over the place. So So you have someone complaining to you, all right? So that's a great thing. And then you just get a wet rag and you wipe it off and you're good. Now let's do a dry fit, guys, and see what's up. So let me go from the top. So there it is. That's what it looks like, okay? Oh, my headlight is dead. I was wondering, but okay. So anyway, that's what it looks like, guys. All right, guys. So let's do a dry fit. See kind of what's up here. So this is our thing. Mine is going to go like this. Now, the only reason I'm doing mine this way, you could probably do whatever way you want, is I'm following the label. The label is upright this way, and that's just what I like to do because that's the way the manufacturer kind of designed it. Okay, so mine fits in. Oh, mine's perfect. Mine fits in perfect, guys. Awesome. Now, we can take this off. Now, guys, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to snake all these wires before putting that box in because it's going to be way too much of a pain in the butt to be snaking wires through here, okay? Now, I'm going to hardwire mine, okay, because, you know, this isn't really fully amateur hour here. But I'm going to hardwire mine or whatever, and then I'm going to run my cable up through the wall. Okay, and that's the cable right there, and we're gonna snake that up. First, I gotta drill down into the ceiling. What I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna drill down, but I'm pre-drilling, okay? I'm gonna, this is not, but because I don't know what there is below, okay? That's why I'm gonna do this with a very small bit. This is like 1/8 of an inch or maybe a little bit bigger, but it's around there is what I'm gonna do. It's a wood bit, so it should go down pretty easily. But the reason why I'm using a small one first is, if you don't know exactly what's behind you, because there is, you know, plumbing and other kinds of stuff in the house, you do not want to drill through that and cause a huge problem for you and your customer and, you know, whoever else you're doing this for, okay? Then you're just running into a nightmare, all right, guys? So that's why what I'm going on here is I'm going to snake this down into the wall and then connect it and then drill it through, okay? So let's do that. All right, guys, so I already snaked mine in. All right, so I just attached mine. I just found this, honestly. You can use anything that could fit through the wall, guys. Anything that you could fit, that you could snake through, and you can put a little bend in it that has some freeway. You're good to go. Tape your stuff up over here, and then bam, boom. Now we got this up here. Now that's got to run through the other piece. I know I'm just connecting this right now just so if I lose track, that's still connected, okay? Now we snake that up, guys. Now we're going to have to snake the line for the outlet is what you're going to have to do. Now I'm just going to use we're just going to use 14.2. I got this 14.2. We just ordered this off Amazon. It was a really good price off Amazon, which I'm happy about. So I'm just going to use this, and we're going to use this to just snake into the wall and then run downstairs, and we'll find either a junction box we can tie it into. Just make sure it's, you know, nothing that can't be tied into, you know what I mean? Like nothing that's on an emergency line or anything like that, or smoke alarms. You won't want it on that line. Just make sure you're putting it on a line that can, you know, easily, I mean, this TV is only going to take, you know, like 3 amps, so you can add it really to any line. I'm just saying like an emergency line or anything like that, don't add it to that situation, okay? All right, guys, so now we got my line voltage. Just got to find right here. Perfect. Okay, and we already have this over here now. Now we're going to run those through the box, and we'll connect the outlet together, okay? Sorry for the dark light, but you know you're behind the TV. Gotta give me a break. All right, yeah, so it's very easy. All you do is just feed it through like that, push it right through your HDMI, whatever cables you are gonna do. If you have any extra, you can just shove it right back in the wall, and that's it. And then you can make this connection so it doesn't pop out on you later. If it's gonna be in your way, then obviously don't make the connection, but I'm gonna. So you gotta take your line voltage as well. You're gonna run this in here, like so. And then you're going to have to put it inside this box. This is the box that they give you, the electrical outlet box, okay? So you could feed, I'm going to feed mine from the bottom because mine comes from the bottom, but there's a top and bottom, see? You just push it through and those things grip onto your Romex and you're good to go. Perfect. That's it. All right. And now we can pop this box in the wall first. Okay, it has these tabs. You just got to make sure they go inside the wall. Okay, and then that's it. And then this gray box will go inside there. All right. All right, guys. If you don't feel these screws gripping, okay, all you got to do is, if you saw, I reversed mine out, push it all the way in, tap it a little bit. You just need that little lever to lock behind there, and then you can pull it in. Don't stress about it or anything. You just got to tap it, and it's got to drop. If worst comes to worst, if you could stick your fingers inside this opening right here, you could just move these tabs where you want them, and it'll grip perfectly, you know, right where you need it, okay? And that's it. Now we just got to put this box in the same exact way. It has these little levers on here that'll grip and pull it right in, okay? All right, now you don't got to crank on it, guys, because you're not going to be having crazy vibration. You just make it a little tight, you know? Oh, man, that's nice and tight. Okay, now we just got to make the electrical connections on the outlet piece, okay? All right, guys, so let's make these connections over here. So I put a little bit of a bend on my wires, just the way I roll. You can do whatever you want, okay? That's just how I am. We got neutral to the silver looking ones, and then we got black to the bronze looking ones, I guess you could say. And then we got our ground right here. Mine's a bare ground. It's not a covered ground, insulated ground or whatever. Like I said, we're just using the 14 gauge. And if you see my videos, what I usually like to do is put electrical tape around this, just in case in the future when you're taking it out and stuff like that. I feel it makes it easier. Perfect. All right. So we tape that up, guys. Push those wires back in the wall. Okay. It's copper, so you don't got to be afraid. We're pretty much done with the install. We're going to see what it looks like, you know, at least for this part. And then I'll show you how I'm going to wire mine up downstairs, because, you know, I'm hardwiring mine a little bit more advanced than the other ones that you saw on Amazon, where you have to like plug it in somewhere on the bottom and you have to block it with a cabinet. I like the TV completely floating in the wall. I don't like anything below it or on top of it unless it's attached to the TV itself. That's just the way I roll. So that's the reason why I hardwire everything and make it look like that, okay? Let's go to the source of where we're gonna get power from. I found a box that we can branch off of. We're gonna go down there and get this power for that.